I'm Chip Doyle with Sandler Training. What happens when you stop looking for the big sale? Well, if you're listening now, I suppose you may be struggling with that question. Should I be spending more time going after big sales, the whales, the elephants, or perhaps knuckling down and spending more time with the smaller or the medium-sized accounts, or perhaps there's a nice blend? Well, I do have a caution for some of you elephant hunters out there. If all you're doing is going after the big sale, you run 5 potential risks. Number 1, the big sale is slower. The sales cycle tends to take longer. That means that there's going to be more effort and more risk if the sale doesn't close. Which leads me to my second point. When you go after the big sale and you've got a quota or a quarter that you need to finish out strong with, and you're hoping for that big sale to close in order for you to make your numbers, you're not going to be in a very good negotiating position. It's going to be difficult to think lucidly, and you may give up some things that you didn't want to give up. Another pitfall of only going after the big sale is that you miss out on an opportunity to practice. If you've only been talking to 2 or 3 clients for the last 9 months, and now suddenly you're supposed to engage in a fresh new conversation with a new prospect, you may feel a little bit out of practice. Fourth reason why you want to be careful about focusing too much on the big sale is you miss on an opportunity to employ a classic Sandler strategy called using a monkey's paw. A monkey's paw is simply an opportunity to make a small sale that's then connected to the big sale. And then finally, you miss out on referrals. If you've only got 2 or 3 big accounts, the likelihood that you're going to get a lot of referrals is obviously much less than if you had a mix of 15 or 20 accounts that were small, medium, and large in size. That's what can happen when you stop looking for the big sale.